Hello everybody, I thought I'd just jump in here today and talk about the now highly anticipated 1.7 update. You know, I kind of had a suspicion there was going to be some more content because I've heard a friend of the channel, Flash Shifter, has been busy. So it figures that something was going on. I think it's great that Eric wants to just keep updating Stardew Valley indefinitely. I mean, apparently there's rumors of a Stardew Valley 2, but do we really need that? I don't know. Anyway, today I thought it would be really hot and spicy if I talked about hot and spicy. I'm changing by the day. To talk about what I think might be in a 1.7 update. If you're wondering where I've been on the channel, I've been under the weather, unfortunately. I've been taking some much needed time off to look after myself. Sometimes you have to take a break, unfortunately. But this exciting news had me wanting to come back and talk about it a bit. Now, if you didn't know, this was all announced at one of those fancy Stardew Valley concerts that happen in Eric's neck of the woods, which is lovely, and he announced there's going to be a 1.7. This lovely guy just keeps on giving. He's got a good team around him now, so I think he can rely on them to help him get these updates out without taking too much time off Haunted Chocolatier. So it's great, we get to keep playing Stardew Valley content that's new until Haunted Chocolatier actually comes out. It's fantastic. Now, I actually find it kind of hard to think about what I would actually like there to be in Stardew Valley. I think one of the only things missing now, in terms of base mechanics, would be the children growing up. I think it would be nice to see them grow up. Coral Island is planning on doing this. Here's some artwork to depict that. They could be one of the first farming sims to really do that, unless Eric somehow beats them to the punch. I think it'd be a very interesting idea to see the children grow up and have something to do, because they do just literally get in the way. I'm not too confident anything's going to happen there. The thing that I find we're trying to predict with what Eric is going to do is that he's such a wild card. Like, if you told me there was going to be green rain and moss everywhere, wouldn't have predicted that. I would have been like, what are you talking about? Talking raccoons in a tree? Which, by the way, linked to Haunted Chocolatier, because that whole island's going to be filled with talking raccoons. This is how we know Haunted Chocolatier is in the same universe. Raccoons are up on that island, and I think that that island is actually Prairie Island. Now, Prairie Island is one of the only other places mentioned aside from Zuzu in the special film from the cinema that you can get. A trip to Zuzu City feels kind of weird, but it could happen. I hope not. I hope it doesn't, though, because that could kind of destroy all of the work Harves has done with the Zuzu City mod. I don't know. Harves, message Concerned Ape and be like, are you doing Zuzu stuff? Could you give me a job? Because I know you've always wanted to make like a city farming sim. Now might be the time to bug Concerned Ape for a job. Don't everybody bug him for a job, though. That's not a good idea. Aside from that, I think it's very difficult to predict anything. I mean, like, if you told me he was going to do any of the content in 1.7, a desert festival, when there's a rainbow and you can get like a pot of gold and stuff on St. Paddy's Day or something. I was amazed by the fishing content in 1.6. I really was. It felt like a real stealth fishing content update. Napoleon absolutely adored that. We were long overdue doing Napoleon content on the fishing content. I feel like a lot of the requests I've seen for new content have actually been covered by Stardew Valley Expanded. Like, people are like, can I marry Sandy? Can I get to know Sandy? And I'm like, I don't think you can marry Sandy in Stardew Valley Expanded, but you get a ton more content with Sandy. So, like, maybe install that mod if you can. Characters like Gunther and Gil and Morris have been massively expanded by Stardew Valley Expanded as well. So a lot of things people are asking for already exist out there. Eric will probably leave things alone which have been covered by mods, which makes it even harder to think about what he would want to do. All I know is that he's super creative and he'll come up with something we won't actually be able to predict. I'm predicting something unpredictable, if that's not too funny. Would it be too wild to imagine a possible connection to Haunted Chocolatier? Some kind of like bigger wink, some dialogue, a visitor in town, a new NPC. Who knows? I feel like the sky's the limit, really. What if that Joja guy from the original Joja storyline just turned up or something like that? That'd be pretty interesting. Fact of the matter is, though, 1.7 is coming. I want to know what you think. And this is not one of these, I need you to respond to my video to increase activity type of things. I was like, I actually want your ideas. Like, if you could fill this comment section with ideas, if you could share the video to other people, I'd love to do a follow-up video of other people's ideas. What have you heard about what people think might be coming? What do you want? Good times ahead for all of us, I'd say.
Remember to subscribe and like this video.